the Lakers hosting the Suns. First matchup between Kevin Durant and LeBron James since Christmas Day 2018.
Ooh, look at the
Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, they're not going to play for the Suns. It's been a long season already. About halfway through the second, Lakers down by 2. Good Lakers ball movement. It's going to lead to a wide-open 3 by Anthony Davis, Jay.
And you love this, Dan. You love the fact that AD in the first possession of the game was aggressive, attacking the rim, and also knocking down a 3. That's what he didn't do in game 1 of the season.
See LeBron throwing it down there on the Lakers' next possession. Under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter now. Suns down by 2. Durant inbounds the ball. Gets it back, pulls up, nails that mid-range jumper. At 15 in the first half. 35 seconds left in the third. Now Suns up by 8. Durant's going to pull up and hit this off-balance jumper in traffic.
You know what you love about KD? He gets to his spots whenever he wants. He's never rushed. He takes his time. He's poised. He always shoots over the top.
Yeah.
The ability of being a 7-footer.
Unbelievable player. Still sizzling at this point in his career. Early in the fourth, Suns up by 2. Durant's going to get the ball, and he's going to bury the 3. That puts the Suns up by 5. Little over 4 minutes to go in the fourth now. Lakers down by 3. Davis gets the pass, turns and gets it to go, plus the foul. AD with a big game, 30 points, 12 rebounds. That would tie it at 87 after the free throw. Then still tied at 87. LeBron's going to split the defense here and lay it up and in. LeBron looking spry. About 1:30 left. Suns down 2. Durant on the break. He's going to get this layup to go.
And 1.
Yeah?
Lay me.
All right. He would miss the free throw, though. Game still
That's what we say in
tied.
basketball. Don't give me that look out.
Is that what you say in basketball?
Yeah.
By the way, Durant passed Hakeem Olajuwon on the NBA's all-time scoring list, moved into 12th place in this one. Here's LeBron driving and legging in. Lakers up by 2, then 41 seconds left, same score. Lakers win. Here's LeBron talking about playing KD.
We don't have many matchups left. Not sure how many we have left, but so you don't ever want to take it for granted when you're out there with such a great player, one of the best that ever played this game. So it's always a treat, and it's fun.
Lakers trailed, by 12 points entering the fourth quarter. Last night matched their third largest comeback entering the fourth with LeBron James. He became the second player to play an entire fourth quarter in his 21st season or later, joining, of course, as anyone would have guessed, Vince Carter, who's the answer to all those questions about playing that late into your career. As I mentioned, Hahn joins us. Thanks for coming.
What's up, Alan?
Show starts at 8 today.
The hair looks a little dry this morning.
A little bit of traffic. Thanks for noticing that, and also for pointing that out to everybody.
Not me.
I'll get that taken care of.
I mean, who could have imagined traffic on the LIE, honestly?
Or anywhere else in New York, right? We're fixing things all the time. Nothing ever actually gets fixed. But
hey, Jay, what was your single biggest takeaway from the Lakers win last night?
That the Lakers needed LeBron James to play every minute in the fourth quarter for them to beat a team without Devin Booker and without Bradley Beal playing. Like, just think about that for a second. It's a great win because it's a matchup between KD and LeBron James. But please let me add another caveat, Alan Hahn. So last night, Suns players other than Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter were 1 of 9 from the field.
That's not good.
1 of 9 from the field. So when KD has 39 points and I'm watching LeBron James, AD carrying the torch throughout the course of the game, LeBron James needing to close the game in the fourth.
Don't say that.
Just put that into context of where the Lakers are in the overall scheme of the Western Conference. They're a good team. They're not a great team. That's who they are. You still feel like they need a boost. And I know it's game 2 of the season, but that first line I just said, without Devin Booker and without Bradley Beal, LeBron James had to play every minute in the fourth to get this win.
Yeah, and they're going to need him to do that. This whole idea of him playing 29 minutes a night, I guess you don't want to win because the only way you're going to win is if he plays more than 29 minutes in a night. When they play against mid-teams, when they play against mid-centers, then you'll get Anthony Davis, and he'll be able to give you what he can once in a while. But you talk about him carrying the torch. There's no torch. There's no carrying. It's not. We've got to stop asking him or expecting him to do it. He's not that guy. So LeBron is still the guy. He's the one that's going to have to do it. And at this point in his career, we all know because we saw it last year in the playoffs, the battery drained and he could never recharge. And that same thing's going to happen this year, which is why the fate of the Lakers is already in front of us. They're going to be a good team, but they're not a great team.
Yes.
And that's not on LeBron. That is on Anthony Davis, and it's on the rest of the roster, which is, again, very competitive, but that's it. And I'll tell you what he said there, what we heard him say with Kevin Durant about how we don't have a lot of these matchups next, you know what the whole league's saying? No, we don't want this because what's next after this? These are Titans that we get to see. We actually don't get to see them battle a lot against each other. It's the first time they've faced each other in the regular season in a long time. We don't get to see these guys. But after them, who is it? So, no, please don't go away yet, LeBron.
They're not going
anywhere. We can't expect them to be
They're not going anywhere.
Team.
But LeBron James right now, at this stage of his career for the Lakers, he's Mariano Rivera. Like, that's who he is. You're calling him to close
And
games
to
out down the step.
Yep.
And the difference between AD and a guy like Jokic, and this is the issue with the Lakers. You know, when you look at Jokic and Jamal Murray, you have multiple facilitators. You have people that can read the floor, make plays, make the game easier for other people. AD is great defensively, and he's a scorer, but he doesn't make other people better as a facilitator, and they lack that. So it puts more pressure on LeBron James to create things in the fourth quarter, which makes them more one-dimensional.
Feels like we're having the same kind of conversation about the Lakers we were having at the end of last season. Making his debut for the Bucks against the 76ers early in the first. Bucks down by 2.
Hey, that look weird.
It looks weird in green, doesn't he?
I mean, the 0 is still the 0, but
it just works, though. It doesn't matter if it's Pacific Standard Time or Central Standard Time. It's always Dame time.
Sure was. Look at that 3 plus the foul. He would complete that 4-point play. Later in the second, now Bucks up by 8. Lillard's going to hit this short shot over Embiid.
he was getting that all night.
By the way, like, good luck to Embiid or anybody guarding any PNR action with Dame Lillard.
This team?
Yeah, good luck.
Fourth quarter now, 76ers only down 5. Here's Kelly Oubre. He's going to drive and hit this acrobatic shot, get fouled.
Oubre does.
Got a kick out of it.
And I say he does that a lot, too, a little bit of opposing. But I thought the Sixers battled, scrappy, played well. This was a really good Nick Nurse debut.
Yeah, well, I think they have high expectations with Nurse, but higher expectations with Milwaukee with Lillard. Here we go.
Get off me.
Great
Giannis
screen.
coast to coast.
Lay him.
That put the Bucks up by 3. Under 3 minutes left now, they're up by 6. Here's Lillard again. He's going to drive and lay it in.
And one.
And one. He would hit that free throw. Bucks up by 9. Next, Sixers possession, same score. Here's Embiid kicking it out to Maxey for the long 3.
Hey, this man.
James Harden not being there, this is going to be an explosive type of year for Tyrese Maxey.
We are going to talk some more about James Harden later in the show. That's Embiid from mid-range. He had 24. Maxey had 31. Next, Bucks possession. Here's
That's tough.
What are you going to do about this? Bucks hold on to win 118-117. Lillard had 39 points. Giannis had 23 and 13. Here's what they had to say about it.
Playing with vets and, guys that see the game and recognize things that I would recognize in me not having to be the one responsible for it was the first thing I noticed, right away. Like, man, this is going to help me be stronger for complete games, instead of maybe wearing down sometimes, because I can kind of, I don't want to say relax, but I don't have to be so out front all the time.
Kind of scary, no? Are they obviously the team to beat in the East?
Okay, my biggest takeaway from this game, in one game, Giannis and Dame are more compatible and have less redundancy than the 7-year career of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Oh, my goodness.
That
More compatible and less redundancy than the 7-year career of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They play off each other extremely well. The pieces work. Actually, you know what? You don't have to build a wall against Giannis anymore because he's not bringing the ball up the court. Now it's Dame. Now you have Giannis who's going to get another 7 or 8 points on the wing who can just put his head down and attack. You have Brook Lopez who's trailing. It opens up the offense way more. And by the way, these two are going to have a lot of field goal attempts. They should. They work well together. And we'll work on their defense. There are things that they need to get better at. But still, what you saw on the court last night, it fits like Jokic and Murray. It fits like LeBron and AD. It works, Allen.
I like the Jokic-Murray comparison a lot better because it's the inside-outside kind of attack, right? And that's something that, for Giannis, he doesn't have to be the closer. Chris Middleton doesn't have to be the closer. Chris Middleton can now just be Chris Middleton, which, we've kind of tried to make him more than he is.
He used to be 50-40-90.
He's a good player, but you're looking at a guy now with Dame Lillard that, as he said, he can, during games, not take off, but you know what I mean? Like, all right, Giannis has got this for a while, and he's never really had that in Portland. And also, what I loved was, although they started together, they staggered them. I thought Adrian Griffin did a great job early on letting Dame Lillard get out on the floor by himself without Giannis so that, all right, let me make this comfortable where I can dominate the ball and not feel like, all right, this is actually Giannis's house. I got to defer to him. Didn't do any of that. And he was getting this one play, I think we're showing it right there. Every single time they called that screen, he got into the paint, got to the free throw line 17 times, drawing fouls, and then he saved it for later in the game when they needed to close it. Giannis has his closer, and Dame Lillard has his second star who can dominate games so he doesn't have to for 48 minutes.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to call GA a second star.
Well, no. You know what I mean by a second. I mean another star?
Another different than second.
I mean, I'm sorry. There are levels of stars.
Well, no, I'm just. It's similar.
Jay, it's 2 stars. He's never had 2. We love CJ McCollum,
but they're on the same
CJ
level.
was never a star.
They're on the same level. I think Giannis is the most dominant player in the
so
game.
Another
right?
star.
So this is like a
co-star.
Agree, co-star. It's like a skinny.
This guy's on me about grammar.
No, I just want to make sure because
I sat in New York traffic, and you're on me about grammar.
Sometimes the internet will take second star to like
out a lot of
second. I just want to clarify. That's all. He's a skinny Shaq. So if you have a skinny Shaq with a guard who has a Kobe-like mentality to dominate you, this is why I trust Milwaukee more than Boston.
I do too.
You look at leadership. There's sometimes you need leaders, and Alan, we've had situations where you reach across the aisle and say, "Yo, get your head out of your ass. It's time for us to go. Play now." And that's my biggest question around Boston. Like, who are their best players also going to be their best leaders?